Well, hi everyone, Nicholas Waley here. I'm absolutely honored to be joined by Syracuse legend, none other than Jim Boeheim. Coach, thank you so much for joining me today. First, just I know it's been cold up here, but what have you been up to recently?
Well, I had a game in Florida recently, Florida State and Cal, close game, but it was hard to get there. It took me 2 days to get there, 6 a.m. flight, and then I got there about, I think the day of the game, I think 2 o'clock. Did the game, then flew out at 5:25 the next morning. So I was there about 20 hours, I think, or less. But it's fun doing games. I enjoy it. It's a good thing.
And ESPN didn't break out the private jet for you this time,
No,
unfortunately.
no, it's
No.
two stopper. There's no private jets.
But definitely, so obviously Super Bowl 60 coming up next Sunday. It's the Seahawks, the Patriots, and as far as I'm aware, I know Patriots are an important team in the Boeheim household. Am I correct?
Yeah, we always loved them, Tom Brady mainly, and that's kind of who we supported. I think kind of when he left, we kind of switched over to the Bills. We like Josh Allen, but Patriots, it's great. And you talk about leadership and stuff once in a while, which I like to do and like love my class with you guys. A coach made a huge difference. Obviously, Vrabel coming in there from they had chaos, and now in a year they're in the Super Bowl. It's almost too good to believe type of story, but Seattle's not far behind. They get rid of a great coach, longtime coach, and change things over, and now they're in the Super Bowl. So it just shows you how things can change dramatically with different leadership, different couple different players, maybe some players maturing, but what a difference in the leadership has made in these two great programs.
And obviously, for both Seahawks and the Patriots, like they moved on from legendary coaches, Pete Carroll, and obviously Bill Belichick, that we, of course, discussed at length and we read his book in your class. I mean, how difficult is that to really take the reins over from two legends, really, and and then Mike McDonald and Mike Vrabel as well? I mean, those two are just our first and second year coaches.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Vrabel, at least there was an interim bad spell there, so he didn't have to take over for a Super Bowl champion. It's a little bit easier, but with Seattle, just the turnaround there, so dramatic, and you have to give these coaches credit. That's why coaches in NFL they're constantly changing, looking for a new coach, because they're looking for a Mike Vrabel, they're looking for a McDonald. The problem is there's not many of them. So for every 10 coaching hires, you get a couple, that are good. You got 20% chance to get the guy that's going to make the difference. And the other guys fail because that's the nature of coaching. But these two teams, everything came together perfectly. It's unbelievable. Great story.
And also at the quarterback position, I think that's, in my opinion as well, even more fascinating. You got a guy in Drake May who's come in and really filled in big shoes as well. The quarterback situation that's been a little bit complicated for the Pats in recent years. And to be a first year starter, I mean, what's impressed you? Just the fact the way he has a bit of a more of a maturity for someone who's still like in his early 20s.
Yeah, I mean, well, his brother was a really good player. Thorn on our side, he killed us down there in North Carolina. But this kid's matured. He's got the tools. The coaching staff changed, obviously helped him. A couple additions offensively helped him. But I think he was just getting there, getting ready to come into his own, and everything came together for him. And you have to be impressed with how he plays and what he does. And hopefully he'll be 100% healthy when we come to Super Bowl day.
I definitely want to ask as well on the other side. I mean, Sam Darnold's a guy that a lot of people have written off for a number of years. I mean, even the Vikings, they won 14 games last year and they still dumped him off. I mean, what does that speak of his just mental toughness overall, you think?
Well, it's great, and it's probably why Minnesota fired their general manager this week. But it probably wasn't even his decision to give up on Sam Darnold. But you know, it's a great story. Quarterbacks take time. Sometimes they get in the wrong situation, like Darnold, like Tampa Bay, Mayfield, better situation. Drake May, or May, a better coaching staff. It's just getting in the right place sometimes for quarterbacks. Look what Matthew Stafford has done with under Sean McVay. I mean, was good. He was very good anyway, but even better. So coaching makes a difference. The staff, the players around you make a difference. But Sam Darnold, I mean, it's a great story. You're out of the league. You're just nobody wants you, and now here you are in the Super Bowl. And we look for these stories in sports all the time, and it's great when you see them.
And you mentioned how important coaching is. I did want to ask you. I know we talked about Coach Belichick a lot, and obviously recent news that he wasn't inducted to the Hall of Fame. I mean, I was as baffled as I'm sure you were at the news. I mean, what were your
Yeah.
thoughts when you first saw that?
My thoughts are those people that didn't vote for him should not ever vote again for anything, even town dog catcher. They should be done. I don't care what justification they used. And you want to get this guy or that guy in, and if I vote, I'm thinking, all right, who's the best candidate this year? Who's the very best? Well, it's Bill Belichick. It is not even close. There's no close second. Other guys may deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. That's another argument. But if I'm voting, that's the first spot. Bill Belichick is the first spot. And everybody knows that. And it just completely, I think it guts the Hall of Fame for me and for people that are like, what are they doing? What's going on here? And you just can't have a vote if you don't vote for Bill Belichick. And this isn't a popularity contest. This isn't about you don't like him or you didn't like this or that. What's his record? That's who should get in the Hall of Fame. What's the record of this coach? And he's the first coach to should be in the Hall of Fame. And this personal stuff is crazy. Any excuse is crazy. It's just a simple, who's the best guy this year? It's Bill Belichick. Then argue about the rest however you want to. But yeah, I mean, it's a sad thing. I mean, it's sad now where we are with the Baseball Hall of Fame as well. Guys should be in the Hall of Fame. Whatever you want to put next to their plaque. I mean, first of all, Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he did anything. I mean, Roger Clemens was a Hall of Famer before anything happened. I mean, these guys were first ballot Hall of Famers before they took any substance. So, and they did it. They did it. I understand that. Other people did things that are in the Hall of Fame too. Everybody knows that they took these things, and I get that. So you put them in the Hall of Fame, and the plaque, you say that whatever you want on it, but they're Hall of Fame players. And to me, the Baseball Hall of Fame isn't a Baseball Hall of Fame anymore. It's a Baseball Hall of Selection. We don't want that guy. We don't want these guys are first ballot Hall of Famers. Come on, you're putting guys in that hit 280, and these guys don't get in. It's mind-boggling to me.
100%. I mean, I couldn't believe just when I first saw it, and I knew it was the Colts. I think it was a Colts owner who really like rallied around it because of what happened. But how can you deny like second winningest coach of all time, most 6 Super Bowls? I mean, I thought that was the most slam dunk first ballot Hall of Fame resume I think I've ever seen. But and I know his reactions. His reaction was, I thought, the funniest. He was like, it doesn't. He's like, I'm surprised, but like it's not going to affect me in a way. Like you said, it's the Hall of Fame that now looks like it's lost a bit of credibility.
100%, 100%.
Yeah. I know you. I know you've gone to at least one Super Bowl in recent times. You were in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, for that Patriots win. Is there a Super Bowl that sticks out to you in recent memory that that you always remember?
Well, the couple that stand out, and not because I'm a Patriots fan, but just the interception against Seattle when they throw the ball down there. Guy still makes a great play, and the comeback against Atlanta. I mean, you could see it kind of coming, but you just didn't think it really could. I mean, those two games stand out, but I was in, I think Miami for Patrick Mahomes' first Super Bowl win, and you knew he was going to get it. You knew he was going to get in the end zone somehow, and that signaled kind of the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. It was great for me to see that. The two that I went to were, the close Brady win with the Patriots, and then the Mahomes win, and it's just I'm not a big fan to going to games. I kind of like to watch them on TV, but it was fun. It was fun being there, no question about it.
What does a Boeheim household Super Bowl party look like? Do you get the whole shebang from Wegmans, or what's the
No, we have a bunch of little appetizer stuff mostly that Julie makes, and whenever, especially when everybody was here, we have a bunch of people here. Now it's can't get anybody. Everybody's gone someplace. Jimmy's in Portugal, buddies in Oklahoma City, and we'll have Sissy here, but that's about it. It's just a bunch of appetizers, and hope that the game's good, and most of them have been pretty good, and that's always a good thing when you get a good Super Bowl, good national championship game in basketball, a good World Series. Those I'm a sports fan, so I just like to see great events, great finishes. It's like Djokovic winning the other night against Sinner. I mean, the girl today upsetting Sabalenka. I mean, these are great moments in sports. I mean, there's so many great things about sports. There's always bad. We're obviously going through that now in college sports, but there's so many great things that happen when you watch and follow sports. I mean, it's just it's undeniable. There's bad, but there's the great moments are so electrifying. I'll never forget our national championship win or our six overtime game with Connecticut, walking off that court. That feeling, it never leaves you. It's an unmatched feeling. You just don't. It's hard to get. I'm just glad I got a couple of those things.
Absolutely. And my last one for you is who do you think is going to win, Seahawks or Patriots?
It seems like to me the Seahawks are the best team. I mean, I follow football. I love football. I watch the games there. I'm not an expert. I don't calculate it like my sons do, who are in fantasy leagues and know every player on every team. I don't do that. I don't pretend to know that. But and I think they only watch football because they get a fantasy team too. I don't even know if they like football, but that's my take on this fantasy stuff with football. I just think Seahawks are a little better. The May question, if he is got some issues, that's going to have some effect. But the Seahawks and defense, um, I mean, I think they're going to win the game, but we'll see. That's why you play these games.
I mean, my other question as well, just to follow up on that, is like when you get to that national game stage, is it a situation of like you could look at all the stats and whatever, but at the end of the day, it's one team against one team, anything can.
Yeah, anything can happen. It's a team that I always used to think like when UCLA was winning, they were going to go there. I just felt like, well, they're going to win because that's what they do, and they did. And when Belichick got there, I felt like, well, they're going to win. That's what he did. And with great teams, the Celtics or the Lakers, those great teams, the only teams that could beat them were another great team that happened to come in there. But with this game, I mean, it's pretty open. I mean, two teams that are happy to be there, surprised to be there a little bit probably, and we'll see what happens. But it should be a good game. I hope that's what you hope for Super Bowls, and I think Seattle's got an edge.
Definitely. They didn't have to do, at least they're not going from wintry blizzard like the Pats saw in Denver as well. I mean, that was incredible. I've never seen I don't think I've seen a game change from beautiful grass to literally
No,
white out in 2 hours.
no. That was like the ice ball in Green Bay. I mean, it
Yes,
was
absolutely.
not even football at that point. It's just who survives. That's the beauty of the outdoor game. I mean, who can survive this thing? It's like golf. When the wind starts blowing, it starts raining. It's not necessarily the best player. It's the guy that can survive. Fight through the elements and tough enough to survive. And that's what you have when you have outdoor sports like football and golf and stuff, where the weather can affect the result of the game.
Yeah, I will say, I think the Super Bowl definitely is like it's the Kickstarter for the year because then we've got obviously March Madness, then we got the Masters, which obviously absolutely cannot wait for that, and then we lead up to the summer and the World Cup as well. So
Yeah, if
the
anybody can get tickets for it, I don't know.
um,
We talked about getting tickets, and then I realized you probably can't even get them if you could. They're like 20,000 a piece or something for a good game,
I mean,
probably.
I figured out that if you're an England fan and you go to every single match leading up to the final, it's $45,000.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
big,
surprised you could do it for that. I mean, I wouldn't be if you're a USA fan. It's probably if they could go that long, it'd probably be more money for
absolutely,
the
absolutely.
price of the. It's crazy. It's too bad because it all gets caught up because the committee, those Olympic committee people, get all the tickets and they do this and that, and there's it's. We went. I remember we were at the Olympics when we first time that we went. We're there for first game or something, and there's not many people in the good seats. And it's because the Olympic Committee members had all the seats, all the good seats, and they didn't come. It was an early game. They came to the medal games and stuff, but the fans would have loved to come to those games, and there were a bunch of empty seats there because tickets were all gone.
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
I'm the kind of person that I'm gonna go to whatever game is available, whether it's Germany against England or whether it's
Yeah,
Cape Verde against Nigeria. It's like it's just the fandom in me that would, it's
yeah,
the same thing. If I was at the Olympics in LA, I would love to go see the US play. I don't even know, Chad or whoever makes it, from Africa, because that would be it'd be a fantastic watch, and it's an amazing story. But
yeah. It's great to be at an Olympic event. We didn't go to a lot. When you're coaching, you don't really get to go to a lot. Kobe Bryant went to every event there was, but we went to a few in the swimming and see Phelps, and it's unbelievable the experience. It's just hard to get tickets. I mean, they wanted to go see Usain Bolt run, and a couple of the players paid $50,000 to see the final of the 100 meter,
wow.
and they were on the other side of the stadium. They were on the
Oh,
wrong side.
oh my
They
goodness.
and they paid, I think, 50 grand a ticket, and they were on. That's a long ways away from.
It's a good thing they were on those NBA contracts, I suppose.
Yeah, they don't think about them too much.
That didn't hurt them. Coach, thank you so, so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Great.
I hope you have I hope you've had a wonderful start to the year and wish you all the best as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great being with you. Thanks.